Welcome back to the last segment of my game cocktails about the Witcher. So now we're gonna do Geralt and Rivia, but also a lot of others. There's a lot of ingredients here, and the madness actually has its sense. So let me just get started, and you will make the sense of it. So first of all, we're gonna have a wax glass and make the base of a Witcher. So like a Witcher that's just finished Trial of Grasses. So we're gonna start with some white wine, and again I'm using the Chardonnay. Two centiliters of that. Then I'm adding 4 centiliters of apple cider. Again, I'm using the Scrollbar. And then I'm finishing off with with 4 centiliters of Solatkovka Goska. Then you stir it. And then you got your Witcher drink. But that's just a pure Witcher. We need something more, of course. So let's go on with the School of Cats, for instance. So the School of Cats, one of the famous people, I think, in the books was Warhen. I need to look at my notes now because it starts to get complicated. So he was in the School of Cats, and the School of Cats, I base it primarily on the same skills as my sherry cocktail. So it needs to be agile. So I'm basing it again on the gin, giving it 1 shot. And again, I told you with sherry that lemongrass really fits well with gin, so adding one shot of that. And then I'm gonna add some umeshu, a plum liquor. This is chocha. I hope I pronounced it right. I'm only adding really just a dash because it has a really dominant taste to it, and you want to taste the other things also. And there you have it, the School of Cats. So if you drink that shot, that's fine. If you mix it into the Witcher, well, it will get transformed into Baron from the School of Cats. So we have the first school. So let's carry on. Next, we will have the School of Griffins. And the Griffins, they were like the centerpiece of cats and bears. So in my mind, and again I haven't read the book, so I don't know if it's really true, they were based more onto potions and so on. So I used Fernand Branca, also a tip from another Michael, because yeah, it's the eagle, so it should work perfectly, right? 1 centiliter of that, and it's a herb liqueur from Italy. So there goes the potions. Then I add some limoncello, just to counterbalance it a little bit also. And then some Amarone, which is almond liquor, to get a little bit also of base to it, so you have the floaty things, but it should also be a little more on the earth and not too wingy and cat-like like the cat school. So that would be the Griffin, and if you mix that with the Witcher base cocktail, you will get what was his name? George, the Dragon Slayer, which was also a famous Witcher from the Griffin school instead. So the next one would be, of course, the bear, would really the tough, slow, use the heavy armor and so on. So I wanted to use a lot of nutty flavor into it. So I use this monk looking liqueur called Franciolico, I hope I pronounced it right, which is hazelnut liqueur, 1 centiliter of that. Then I use a chestnut syrup. I use Monin for that, Monin chestnut, also 1 centiliter. And then my first iteration of it, I used the amaretto, as it also was a nutty flavor, but my guinea pigs wasn't really they weren't happy with it. It needed to be more grounded and more heavy, so we concluded a stout would actually be more of it, or at least stout or pale ale. I'm not really good with beers, but this one is called Hobgoblin, and it's from the Witchwood Brewery, and yeah, it has witch in it, so it got to be sold. So 1 centiliter of that to add the really like the consistency and the heaviness into this. So if you drink that alone, that would be a school of beer. If you add it again to the Witcher, it would be good. I think I pronounced it right. There was not really a lot on the Witcher Wikipedia that could tell me a lot of famous witches of the bear, but that was the one it told me. There was not even any accomplishment, but yeah, good it is. So the next one would be the School of the Viper, which was getting famous in the second game, Assassin of Kings, and of course it's a viper, so it should have some poison into it. So my base was of course absinthe. So you can use any kind of absinthe. I'm using the one what's it called actually? It has a logo on it. The case has a logo on it with Van Gogh on it. So, but yeah, it's called absinthe Nest Absinthe Couture. 55%. Really pleasant one. It's not too strong, and it has a little bit of wormwood in it, so that's fine. So it has its poison. Then I add 1 centiliter of Jägermeister. The poisons need some herbs to mix well with, and then a few dashes of my Creole bitter from the bitter truce, again for the bite of it, and to make it more like sting. So that would be the School of Viper. Again, you mix it with the Apprentice of Witches. You will get, I hope I pronounced his name right, Litho of Gullet. So that was the first one, and now, of course, the most important one, which I really struggled with. But according to my guinea pigs, I really hit the nail, so I'm happy for that. Again, they're Polish, so they should know. Don't blame me. So, and that would be the School of the Wolf. So the School of the Wolf, first of all, we know Garrett, he has white hair. So I'm adding some limoncello, 1 centiliters. Then I'm adding a little bit of vodka into it, and a little bit of herb vodka now. There's normal Zumbrovka. Don't get confused with the furry thing, it's just a limited edition. But it's just the normal Zumbrovka vodka, bison grass vodka. And then I add some Vida, which is mezcal. It's a pepper kind of tequila. Pepper vodka, I think, would also really benefit here. But right now I only had that in my hand. And in the game I think they also had a pepper vodka. So I think it would be more fitting. But like I said, that's what I have. And that's what really give it the bite like a wolf would do. So that would be the School of Wolf. And if you mix that with the Witcher, well, you will get the famous Witcher Geralt of Rivia. So that's all the Witcher schools. The base drink. I hope you enjoyed the whole series. Subscribe if you like it, and give your comment what you think about it. So see you next time, and enjoy.